So I'm just hopping on here to address something that I frequently see when I work with people. I see it most commonly actually with therapists who come and want to do voice work. And it's this deep desire they have the desire to help their clients finally express so they can move on from some kind of trauma. And it's an underlying thing that I really encounter in groups in my work and in one-to-one work, this sort of desire to get it out, to express it and then think it's gone. But neurosensory voice work is not about that. And the reason it's not about that is that that does not bring the resolution that people are hoping for. Not in all cases. Let me say there might be some where this applies, but in many, many cases, it doesn't work. Why doesn't it work? That's what I'm going to talk about now. And it doesn't work because unless your system has a capacity to stay connected and present to what is coming through, there will be a disconnect. So if you don't have that capacity, you don't have the presence to stay connected, you will check out. And that means that you've just gone into basically a shutdown or into acting out an over sympathetic response, like acting out. It's very, very easy to go from acting out to checking out, okay? And it's between the two where healing happens. And that is when there's enough presence in the system so you don't check out and leave, okay? Or you don't overexpress and go into just acting out and repeating the same thing again. And in neurosensory voice work, we are constantly making sure that any expression is coming from a deeper sense of connection that nourishes the system. And we explore different ways of doing that, all the while developing our capacity to be with emotions that arise, to be with difficult sensations, difficult feelings or uncomfortable sensations that come up, things that might bring up fear in us. But that's the practice, is we stay at the level of sensation and work with that, slowly developing more and more regulation as we go, which gives us an ability for more and more voice to come through as we trust our biology, as we learn to trust our body's instincts, the physical cues that are coming, and surrender to them. That's when more and more flow comes in. But just going into this, oh, let's just connect to that thing and screaming is good for us. No, it's not. You can just be solidifying neural pathways of fight and flight and panic and re-traumatizing the system, essentially. Okay, so when we work with voice, as we do in neurosensory voice work, we titrate. We are very conscious of what is too much, what is going on in the body, what am I feeling? We're not just getting carried away with making sound. And I know the temptation is great, especially for people who feel a lot of shutdown and there's a sort of drive or the desire to get it out and, like get that lid off. Yes, that feeling might be right, but we need to be able to deal with what comes up when we take the lid off. And therefore, it is wise to titrate and go slowly, step by step, until our system has the capacity to really allow things to move through it in a way that is healing.